Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is a beautiful day at Northeastern State University, and we welcome you to our Tahlequah campus for this morning's commencement ceremony. We recognize that this is a celebratory and festive occasion. However, we would like to remind you that noisemakers of any kind are not a part of this academic ceremony. As the candidates are introduced, we ask that you kindly respect the announcement of all graduates' names. Finally, we ask that you silence your mobile devices, and please refrain from entering the floor seating area so that graduates and participants are able to move as needed throughout the ceremony. To begin our ceremony, we now ask that you please rise for the processional.
Students, family members, friends, faculty, and distinguished guests, welcome to Northeastern State University's Spring 2022 Commencement for the Gregg Wadley College of Science and Health Professions. My name is Debbie Landry, and I serve as the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. Please remain standing for the national anthem sung by Megan Jacobs and accompanied by the NSU Brass Quintet, consisting of Parker McElwain trumpet, Gavin Strickland trumpet, Micah Spires horn, Hannah Langston euphonium, and Braxton Coons bass trombone. Miss Jamie Combs, a member of the special education faculty, will serve as our interpreter for this ceremony.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. It is now my honor to introduce Northeastern State University's 19th president, Dr. Steve Turner, who will extend his greetings.
Good morning, everybody. We doing okay? You folks doing okay back here? All right, well, welcome to the third of 5 Spring 2022 commencements for Northeastern State University, specifically here to recognize the degree candidates, graduates from the Gregg Wadley College of Science and Health Professions. It is my honor to welcome you on behalf of the entire NSU family. I want to say also, as you came in this morning, and I know it's a little earlier, but you'll get to lunch early, right? As you came in, you had people that helped you with parking. There were guests that our folks greeted you here. There were folks that set up the flowers, that set up the monitors, that are working on the sound. The police are keeping us all safe. Let's say thank you. These are employees who are volunteering their time this weekend to be here with you. Let's say thank you to them. For just a moment, I'd like for all the students on the floor to stand with me, if you would. Today is a big day, but it's a day that you did not get to on your own. You've had an enormous amount of support from the NSU community, but even well before that, you had family support. So we're going to say thank you to them in just a minute, but let's see who's with us. Where are all the moms and dads for the degree candidates on the floor? Moms and dads, make some noise. Let's see where you are. Yeah, welcome. Where are the husbands and wives, the spouses of those that are on the floor? Where are you? How about the grandparents of those that are on the floor? Where are you? Hey, that's a rowdy group. Where are the children of those that are on the floor? Okay. Well, to our degree candidates, You've been, I hope, blessed with the love and care of your family. They're here today. I anticipate they've been with you from the very beginning, and they'll always be with you. But let's take a moment and let's applaud and say thank you to our loved ones and our families. Thank you, family members. Be seated. Tomorrow's a big day. It's a great day where our nation sets aside a full day to recognize the love of a mother, the impact of a mother. My mother passed away far too young, but when I'm able to mention her, it still brings meaning to me. So I'd like for all the moms, and again, if you forgot that tomorrow's Mother's Day, I just gave you 24-hour notice. There's still time for flowers, or at least take them to Sonic. So with that, moms, would you stand and let us say Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Thank you for what you do. I was kind of kidding about Sonic. Maybe, I don't know. There are a lot of things that I'm very proud about Northeastern State, and what I'm about to mention is one of the key pride points. We are recognized as a military or veteran-friendly campus. We are a veteran yellow ribbon program. Recently, we were recognized by the City of Tulsa, the Tulsa Community Service Council, and the Oklahoma Veterans Alliance as a veteran employer champion. I'm telling you. And by the way, while you're touring our beautiful campus on this beautiful day, go see the Veterans Monument that we dedicated on November 11th. It's stunning. Having said all that, we are so proud of those that have served and are serving. So if you are a veteran, would you stand at this time and let us say thank you and recognize you appropriately? All veterans, please. Thank you so much, and God bless you for your service. I do have some special guests that I would like to introduce as I conclude this part of the program. It's always an honor to have one of our governing board members with us from the Regional University System of Oklahoma. It's even more special when the gentleman that I'm introducing is also a 1968 alumnus of NSU. He is a faithful, engaged member of our foundation, a donor. He and his wife inspire me and encourage me. So let us say thank you and welcome to Regent Gary Parker from Muskogee, Oklahoma. Gary, thank you. I'll say a lot more about this gentleman in just a moment, but I am glad at this point to introduce our commencement speaker, Deputy Chief of the Cherokee Nation, Mr. Brian Warner. And the last guest my guest, but also someone that knows most of the students, that's very involved on the campus as a volunteer, is my wife, Penny, over here to my left. So good morning, welcome, Penny. I want to offer my personal thanks to both the faculty and staff who are fully engaged in doing wonderful things to provide an outstanding education to our students. And specifically today with our faculty here in the program, thank you for what you've done to first enhance your education to go to the highest level, then to perfect the craft of teaching, and then in those disciplines that you are experts to share that knowledge. Thank you so much.
I would like to introduce some members of the platform party and those who have logistical roles in this ceremony. Others will be introduced later. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Dr. Pamela Fly, Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs. Dr. Carla Swearingen, Assistant Vice President for Academic Affairs. Ms. Christy Landsaw, Vice President for Administration and Finance. Mr. Dan Mayberry, Vice President for University Relations, Dr. Nathan Green, President of Faculty Council, Dr. Darrell Lindy serves as the mace bearer, and the college gonfalons were carried by Dr. Deb Petrick and Dr. Heather Fenton. Dr. Jessica Martin will assist with diploma distribution. Dr. Luke Foster and Dr. Carl Kruzak will announce graduate names for this ceremony. Let's give them all a round of applause. Students, faculty members from the Gregg Wadley College of Science and Health Professions are here this morning to share this moment with you. And they are led by Dr. Mark Buckles and Dr. Jim Hicks, who serve as faculty marshals. Our faculty bring Northeastern State University statewide, regional, national, and international recognition. But most importantly, they care about our students and their success. Please join me in expressing our appreciation to the outstanding NSU faculty. Faculty, would you please stand?
Good morning. My name is Jared Freeman, and I serve as the Vice President for Student Affairs and Enrollment Management. At this time, we wish to recognize outstanding students at Northeastern State University. Recognizing students who have made significant contributions to Northeastern State University through their academic achievement, campus leadership and involvement, community service, honors, and awards, the NSU Alumni Association Board of Directors has identified 12 outstanding seniors. In this ceremony, we recognize outstanding senior Emily Tackle. Emily is a mathematics education major from Marlowe. Emily, please stand. Congratulations to Emily and all our outstanding seniors. Will the following members of the President's Leadership class please come forward to the right side of the stage? Brooke Hatchett, Hannah Reynolds, and Megan Wilcox. Established in 1974, the President's Leadership Class is a unique leadership and scholarship program designed to cultivate outstanding potential in proven student leaders. During their time at Northeastern, PLC students are immersed in a program focused on the development of leadership skills and civic engagement. During this ceremony, we recognize 3 graduating members of the President's Leadership Class. As I call your name, please come forward to accept your PLC certificate from President Turner. Brooke Hatchett is from Pryor and a nutritional sciences allied health major. Hannah Reynolds is a major in cell and molecular biology. Hannah is from Midwest City. Megan Wilcox is a speech-language pathology major from Fort Gibson. Please join me in recognizing these graduating members of the President's Leadership Class.
Will the following students make your way to the right side of the stage? Kyle Thomas Brown, Carlos Cuza Martinez, Jalen Duncan, Callie Glitson, Hunter Hodson, Hannah Holmes, Lacey Kerr, Evan Michael, Corbin Pesh, Emily Tackle, and Madison Rather. Established in 2001 and directed by Dr. Karen Carey, the NSU Honors Program features a learning environment where students work with faculty members and peers in courses focused on independent research and participation in co-curricular cultural experiences. Students in the Honors Program must maintain a 3.25 grade point average or above and complete a senior research project. As I call your name, please come forward to receive your honors medallion from President Turner. Kyle Thomas Brown. Kyle's project was titled Time Dependence of Iron Chelator Production in Marine Microorganisms Under Competitive Growth Conditions and supervised by Dr. Jessica Martin. Kyle is a chemistry and biochemistry major from Oktaha. Carlos Cuza Martinez. Carlos's project was titled DNA polymerase epsilon holoenzyme is destabilized by PO12 mutation, resulting in a reduced rate of DNA replication, initiation, and elongation, and supervised by Dr. Sapnadas Bradu. Carlos is a cell and molecular biology major from Tulsa. Jalen Duncan. Jalen is a nutritional science allied health major from Muskogee. Dr. Michael Martin supervised her project titled Investigation of Synergy Between Hypomethylating Agents and Chemotherapy Treatments. Callie Glisson. Callie is also a nutritional sciences major in allied health from Warner. Dr. Cami Valdez supervised her project titled Diabetic Retinopathy Tool Development, Counting and Identifying Cells. Hunter Hudson. Hunter's project was titled Comparison of Seasonal Effects on Macroinvertebrate Communities Found in Alathus altissima and Queristellata Leaf Litter, and was supervised by Dr. Elizabeth Waring. Hunter is an integrated biology major from Olive. Congratulations. Hannah Holmes. Hannah is a speech-language pathology major from Coweta. Her project was titled The Effect of COVID-19 Pandemic on the Language Development of Children, and her mentor was Dr. Jeanette Quarles. Congratulations. Lacey Kerr. Lacey is also a speech-language pathology major. Lacey's project was titled Levels of Telepractice Being Used by Speech-Language Pathologists Before and During the Current COVID-19 Pandemic in K-12 Schools. Lacey is from Grove, and Dr. Sally Ruskowski served as her mentor. Evan Michael. Evan is a nutritional sciences dietetics major from Fort Gibson. Dr. Sidney DeRoe supervised Evan's project titled Effect of Dairy versus Calcium Supplementation on Bone Density of Adults. Corbin Pesh. Corbin is a cell and molecular biology major from Blanchard. Corbin's mentor was Dr. Mia Revels, and the project was titled Swanson's Warbler, Male Territory Habitat Characteristics in the Little River National Wildlife Refuge in southeastern Oklahoma. Emily Tackle. Emily's project was titled Parents' Perspectives on the Educational Attainment of Their Middle School Students During COVID-19 and was supervised by Dr. Martha Parrott and Dr. Maria Gray. Emily is a mathematics education major from Marlow. Madison Rather. Madison is a double major in cell and molecular biology and business administration from UConn. Madison's project was titled Use of Hypomethylating Agents and Metastatic Bladder Cancer Cells in Conjunction with Lysome Inhibitors, and Dr. Michael Morgan served as mentor. Let's provide one more round of applause for all of our honors program graduates. Our final recognition is for students with grade point average honors. Undergraduate honor students wear paired cords that are green with white, silver, or gold, depending on the recognition. Graduate honor students wear combined green, silver, and gold cords. And members of Alpha Chi, a national honor society for students in the upper 10% of their class, also wear a blue and green cord. The names of the spring 2022 GPA honor graduates and the grade point average qualifications for undergraduate honors and master degrees honors are in your program. These students will be recognized individually as they cross the stage. Please join me in recognizing our cum laude, magna cum laude, summa cum laude, and graduate honor students. Honor graduates, please stand. Please be seated.
It is a pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Mr. Brian Warner, who was named an outstanding young alumnus last fall. Growing up in Sallisaw, Mr. Warner graduated from NSU in 2009 with a bachelor's degree in organismic biology. He continued his education at East Central University, earning a master's degree in education with a focus on instructional technology. He has served as a science instructor at Carl Albert State College and campus director at the Sallisaw campus. Throughout his life, he has been an advocate for Native Americans, representing District 6 on the Cherokee Nation Tribal Council and currently serving as the Deputy Principal Chief. At the national level, Mr. Warner serves on the CDC Tribal Advisory Committee, providing input on issues that significantly affect American Indian, Alaska Native communities. In 2016, the National Center for American Indian Enterprise Development honored him as one of the 40 under 40, recognizing emerging American Indian leaders who have demonstrated initiative and dedication and made significant contributions in business and/or their community. Please join me in welcoming NSU Outstanding Young Alumnus and the Deputy Chief of the Cherokee Nation, Mr. Brian Warner.
Sio Nagad, hello everyone, and again I'll tell you it's a great honor and it is a great privilege to stand before you today to deliver this speech that it's very fitting. And before I get going, I was looking out into the crowd, and it's always helpful for me to see friendly faces, familiar faces, and today I've seen a few. I look to my left and I see Brother Vince Feeling up in the stands, and I look down and I see Jim and Trey and Teresa. I look over to my right, I see Brother Bob Simmons. And, down in the front row, when I come to this campus in the fall of '95, I stepped into college algebra. And Dr. Darrell Lindy, thank you, sir, for being firm, for being fair, and being consistent. The spring of '96 led me to a zoology class with a young then Mia Revels. Thank you, Dr. Revel, for being firm, being fair, being consistent. I still feel like we're all young, and we go through these things. And I can remember the times; those were the good times. Things have changed on campus, and things change in life, but our stories are very similar. But yet we have all distinct paths that we've taken, different directions that we've all come from. It's no mistake that this weekend is Mother's Day weekend. And my story, it consists of the determination of a mother, the challenges set forth by a grandmother, the sheer tenacity of a wife. And time has really stand still for the next individual, and she means so much to so many people, but it's meant so much to my life at a time. Was a former principal chief who was a mother, who was an aunt, who was a chief. As I come on this campus, I was a quiet young man from Salisaw, racehorse background. That's all that we really knew in my family. You got up in the morning, you took care of animals that many would say they don't talk to you. How do you know what to do? But animals, as we all know, that love animals and have cared, they do talk to you. They talk to you in so many different ways. But I had to dust off my boots, because at the racetrack, there was one thing that was very important, is that those families that were raising these young kids, that they sent their kids off to college and to get a degree, or send them to career training, to do something besides lead these horses into life. Even though that is something that I will never forget it. It's in my blood. It runs thick. It's a passion. So I come to college, a quiet individual. I had a plan. I'm going to live in the dorm. I'm going to go to class. I'm going to come back. I'm going to go home. And all in that order. And I found myself kind of shrinking back into the shadows. This was an unfamiliar place, even though it's Tahlequah and I'm from Salisaw. The next semester, my roommate, Jim Ed Nemo, he says, "Hey man, I've been working over at the Buckle in Muskogee." Yeah, they used to have a Buckle in Muskogee. And he said, "I've met these guys. They're in the fraternity." I said, "Dude, I am not a fraternity guy. It's not me. Come on, give it a shot." And I went ahead and took that leap of faith and stepped out and became a member of Pi Kappa Alpha. And my chart, the path that I charted then, it had many roads. Many roads. The diligent student honestly became a little less diligent, not because of the fraternity, but because of my inability to manage time in different sectors of my life, different things. The lack of respect and the lack of discipline for certain things. So that path took me different ways. And the horses back home were getting faster. They were just better. I mean, at times I felt like I could load them in the gates backwards. And today you'll watch the Kentucky Derby maybe. And I could have even loaded them in backwards and they were still winning. And I was a young man, just like we think money grows on trees. At times I thought, man, racehorses are going to come in and out. I mean, every year we'll have some. So in '99, I can remember the very moment. Things weren't going well at school. The grades have went from A's and B's to W's. I was diligent to get down there to withdraw at times, but that was still, I was missing things. And I can remember, I've got two roads here. Which one am I going to take? I took the easy road. I can remember standing in my room that day making that decision to go home and tell everybody, hey, I'm going to train racehorses. Boy, and I thought my grandmother would be proud and be happy. But my grandmother set me down She said, "You're taking the easy road. You'll never go back." Boy, it made me mad. But you know, that lady knew what would drive me, and I would never forget that. She told me the story about my mother. She said, "Your mother was a single mother. She raised you and your brother along with the rest of us. She didn't graduate from high school. She took time and she drove an old 70s model GMC single cab with a propane tank in the back that didn't hold propane anymore. No air conditioner, 454 engine, bad gas mileage, you know. The hole in the floor served as that air conditioner. But she drove back and forth to Connors and to Warner, Oklahoma to get that degree, to get that nursing degree, which I never understood at that time, the sacrifices that my mother made, the challenges that my grandmother put in front of me to remember that grit and determination. Later, I would see these things through. So I go, and just as fireworks are nice and pretty for split seconds, they fall to the earth and they become trash, they become litter. I had to pick up that litter of my life and put these things together, and I started recognizing that I had missing pieces. I had things that I needed to get done, and so there I am working at a rock quarry, and just grateful at that time to have a job, because before that I had fell on depression. I had let anxiety, I had let other things get the best of me. I had hit basically rock bottom. And I thought, you know, I need a wake-up call. I got that call. Hey, Brian Warner, you're going to be a father. You've got a son to raise. And growing up, my dad was such a polarizing figure. All I ever really wanted to be, when people would ask me, "What do you want to be?" I want to be a great dad. And so I thought, I've got to get things right. Well, along in 2006, I'm raising my son. He's about 2. I run back into the love of my life today, my wife, Mako Warner. At the time, and time again, I would ask her, "Mako, will you just be my lawfully wedded wife?" And it took me a little while chasing her. She's a racetracker as well, so she's fast. But she got behind me and she said, "You know, I looked at your college records, and you left with 93 credit hours. You mean you were that close and you didn't finish?" But yet I was so far away in the things, in my path, my twisted trail. So I go back. In the summer of 2008, I stepped back onto NSU's campus. What a different campus it was. The science building has transformed. The education building was getting a facelift. We had a new glorious statue of Sequoia, the Cherokee genius, right out in front. There was so much activity, and yet I still had that same mindset. I drove to class this time from Sallisaw. I went to class. I was diligent with the talent that the Creator had given me, and I went back home and took care of a family. And on May of 2009, 10 years after my original graduation date, I sat where you sit today. My path, like yours, could be twisted and trailed. You could have taken that straight path, or it may have many different roads, but I sat there with my peers, and I looked at one another, and I thought, I wonder if I'll ever see any of these folks again. And very truly, folks, I tell you, you may not know the individual sitting next to you. You may know them well. But be rest assured, there's no mistake why we have all found our center here today. On that day, in the audience was my young son, 5 years old. Very important that he see this, because it was important the day that I went to watch my mother get pinned to become a registered nurse. Very important that my wife was there, because she was the support. She was the love. She had lifted me up. So important that my mother, my son, and my wife were there. I got an unexpected surprise that day. May of 2009, not in this very spot, but behind a podium giving an address, was an important person to me. A person that I had went to Stillwell, to many family reunion, many Strawberry Festival, and I waited in the longest parade that you've ever seen in Stillwell, America, folks. the Strawberry Festival parade, only to see I would watch the crowned Strawberry Festival queen go by, but my queen had yet to come by. I'm just a little lad. It was my chief. It was Wilma Mankiller. And little did we know, sitting in that audience today, a champion of sovereignty, a champion of women's rights, would be one of the last times, because a short 11 months later, she went on to the other side to see our Creator. The things started to culminate, just as they will for you. I cannot tell you which path that goes from here for each of you, but there is no mistake, those people that come in line, those people that line these halls, this room today, your support, your mothers, your father. Today, a verse came to me out of Ephesians, and it said to honor thy father and thy mother. This is the first commandment that came with the promise. So it's very fitting this weekend that we honor our mothers, our grandmothers, our aunts, those individuals that we look to as our mother. You know what a mother is. Folks, in Cherokee culture, Cherokee lifeways, there are 7 sacred directions. And if you'll see this beaded necklace given to me by the late Rhonda Smoke. We lost Rhonda just this past year. A great Cherokee beater, a great woman. The directions are north, south, east, and west, above and below. But if you can see here in the center, we've got that NSU green. There's no mistake today for this message, because in the center is where you live. It's where you will always be. It's where we all have gathered here today to find ourselves balanced between logic, to find ourselves balanced between logic and emotion, that head knowledge and that heart knowledge. What has all led us here today is diligence. The Creator gives us all talents that you've been gifted. It is your opportunity, though, to be diligent with that talent. What are you going to do when you're walking down the hallway of opportunity? You have came to NSU. You may have spent a year here, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 10 years, as I, with some intermittent time off. But it doesn't matter, because you picked up the tools along the way. You've picked up the love. You've picked up the caring. You've picked up the knowledge. You've gleaned what your professors have put in front of you, and you've gleaned from all your peers. As iron sharpens iron, truly I tell you, one person will sharpen another person. And down this hallway that you're walking, no matter what path you're on, there's doors down through there. And when they open, you have to be diligent with your time and be prepared to walk through that door. And what you've done here on this campus, what you've done in your life at home, what you've done in your life before that has prepared you to walk through that door and be successful on the other side. Now, when you get to where you're going, you may have this path all lined out. I tell you, my path was not lined out. I never thought I would be the deputy chief of the Cherokee Nation. But I wanted to be prepared to do anything in my life, to be a father. There's something you can take with you. These Cherokee values that we call them. They're not just values for Cherokee individuals, they're values for everybody. Their generosity, their courage, respect, trust. Be generous in all that you do. Be courageous. Step out. Take that opportunity to do something cool, to do something different. Be respectful, not only of yourself, but obviously of one another. Find that understanding and always build trust. Because we understand, folks, that a lot of times trust is broken, and that is something that is so hard to pick up the pieces and put back together. What do these values bring to you? They bring integrity. That's something that we can use all across the United States today, is integrity into whatever you do. Bring it with you every day. Be authentic, be loving, and most of all, be humble. Walk in humility. It will take you far. In Galatians chapter 5, verses 22 through 23, it says, "But the fruit of the Spirit is love. It is joy. It is peace. It is forbearance. It is kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And it says, against such things there is no law. So there is no harm in doing these. When you look out today, what are some of the easiest things that we can do that becomes the hardest in society? And that is to find love for somebody that we just don't understand. That's the key. If you don't understand them, take that time. It's just like when we studied. It's just like when we worked together. We took time to understand, what is this professor wanting? What are they looking for? What do they need? You've got those tools. You have practiced these things. Take time to find understanding. Learn about yourself as you look through the lens of others. But remember, the mark you make is something that you've done, something that the Creator has put into you. So never be scared to take those challenges and to look out. Folks, I tell you, my faith, my family, and Cherokee Lifeways drive me today. You really have to figure out what fuels your passion. When you take a look at the word passion, I think of suffering. What are you willing to suffer for? Who are you willing to suffer with? To do things together. Think about the little things in life. They're so important. Think about taking time with you, with your family, because I truly believe that the sum total of all the little things that we do in life make up this big old world and this picture that we live in today. It makes a difference in the lives of people that you may never meet, but what you do will affect their life. Folks, you have been through a pandemic and we still continue on. You've been faced with challenges that we could have never dreamed of. You've had to pivot, you've had to flex, you've had to augment. You've had to do all sorts of things with your personal agenda and with the school's agenda and with the CDC's agenda and everybody. You're likely more prepared, the most prepared class in the history since this pandemic to face what we need to face out there. Because I tell you, the good times are good. The bad times will always come. The storm, there will always be a storm. But remember, you're blessed to be a blessing. And within that blessing, you always have the Creator there with you to guide you, to make sure that you give out that love so freely. Think about the grace and the mercy that the Creator gives us so freely. So, folks, as we close and come upon this Mother's Day weekend and we look back and we think of the loved ones that we've shared time with, as NSU graduates, future alumni of NSU, a part of this great family, let's do one thing. Let's let the world see how much grace and mercy that we can show to each other. Thanks be to God. Wadon.
Brian, thank you for the message and your heart. It is customary for us to present a gift to our commencement speakers. We're very fortunate that this year you're speaking over 2 days, and I appreciate your sacrifice. The gift is a symbol of the office of the president, the seal of the institution that I wear at special events like this. For those in the audience, the closest view you could have is on the banners behind me. There are 2 dates that are very important. In the center circle is the date 1846. On November 26, 1846, the Cherokee Council passed an act to create a male and female seminary. The date at the bottom is 1909, which is there because on March 6, 1909, we became a public institution in the state of Oklahoma. On the back is an inscription of your contribution to the graduating classes or class of 2022. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Deputy Chief Warner, for your inspiring remarks. It is time to present candidates for the baccalaureate and master's degrees. Each candidate will be recognized on stage and receive a diploma cover. Master's degree candidates will also receive a hood symbolizing their professional field. After all candidates are recognized on stage, President Turner will confer degrees. The dean will present the candidates and will be assisted in diploma distribution by the assistant or the associate dean. Faculty, at this time, I will ask you if you concur with these recommendations for degrees. If so, please rise. Thank you. Please be seated.
Good morning. I'm Pam Hathorn, Dean of the College of Science and Health Professions. President Turner, I am pleased to present these candidates upon whom the baccalaureate degree will be conferred. Science and Health Profession baccalaureate candidates, please come forward.
Brooke Mikhail Hatchett, summa cum laude.
Evan R. Michael, summa cum laude.
Hannah Renee Reynolds, cum laude.
Hunter Wayne Hodson, summa cum laude.
Megan Elizabeth Wilcox, cum laude.
Emily Nicole Tackle, summa cum laude.
Hannah Joy Holmes, summa cum laude.
Jalen Dean Duncan, summa cum laude.
Lacey Marie Kerr, summa cum laude.
Corbin Ray Pesh, magna cum laude.
Brendel Faith Wilson, summa cum laude.
Callie Glisson, magna cum laude.
Caitlin Michelle Wilson, cum laude.
Madison Kale Rather, summa cum laude.
Hannah Catherine Hudgens, cum laude.
Kyle Thomas Brown, summa cum laude.
Abigail Elise Amos.
Isabel Elise Bacon, summa cum laude.
Sydney Ann Westbrook, magna cum laude.
Kylie G. Kramer.
Randy Lee Rule.
Christy Renee Miller.
Callie Joe Parker.
Alexis Sierra.
Betty Ann Baker, cum laude.
Lainey Jean Sanders, summa cum laude.
Mackenzie N. Reisenhoover.
Marshall Lynn Vance.
Courtney Michelle Griffin, cum laude.
Richard A. Olive, cum laude.
Emerson Nicole Jones, summa cum laude.
Harold J. Sleeper, summa cum laude.
Ashley Kalechi Onamichi.
Jonathan L. Kimball.
Hannah G. Scaff, magna cum laude.
Amy Louise Price.
Whitney Joe Roach, magna cum laude.
Allison Marie Roberts, magna cum laude.
Reese Allen Heron.
Alyssa Noel Lapham, cum laude.
Garrett Toon.
Samantha Joanne Bales.
Madeline Marie McIntyre, magna cum laude.
Kyla Ray Williver, magna cum laude.
Joshua Leif Griffin.
Royce Paul Garvin.
Alexis Jane Cook, magna cum laude.
Kelsey Michelle Bailey.
Taylor Brooke Sanchez.
Austin J. Fisher, cum laude.
Raylan D. Smith.
Chloe Elizabeth Kellner, cum laude.
Jonna Suzanne Scott, magna cum laude.
Lauren Renee Taylor, magna cum laude.
Taylor Jordan Fleming, summa cum laude.
Amelia M. Height.
Justice Nicole Goad.
Heather S. Breckenridge, magna cum laude.
Olivia Michelle Rose Wagner, cum laude.
Joseph D. Eubanks, magna cum laude.
Cheyenne Hayner, cum laude.
Melissa Vera, cum laude.
Kaylee Christine Anna Dora Ray.
Irene Romero, summa cum laude.
Patrick M. Tillman.
Maria Popova, summa cum laude.
Aaron William Steininger.
Zemena work to get Adababi.
Andrea Marie Peck.
Michaela Trujillo.
Jessica Ann Butler, cum laude.
Ashley Renee Eaton, cum laude.
Precious Morion. Alicia Renee Cherry. Jessica Elizabeth Rathbun. Brittany Nicole McGowan. Nicole Rose McCoy. Arush Sohail. Amir Jawari Saeed.
Please help me acknowledge the bachelor's degree candidates from the Gregg Wadley College of Science and Health Professions. Good morning. I'm Carrie Keller, Dean of the Graduate College. President Turner, I'm pleased to present the candidates from the Graduate College upon whom the master's degrees will be conferred. Candidates will proceed to both sides of the platform where they will be hooded by their dean or assistant dean. Master's degree candidates in the College of Science and Health Professions, please come forward.
Christy Marie Snow, honors.
Yoon Jung Wong.
Miranda Michelle Harbaugh.
Brooke Anna Moses.
Lainey Shane Brown.
Carrie June Jensen, honors.
Hannah Brooke Murray, honors.
Catherine Elizabeth Spradling.
Katie Michelle Stinson.
Kinsey Lane Muggenberg, honors.
Shyla Rain Harrell. Michaela Sky Yarbrough.
Hannah Joy Kraft, honors.
Angela Sharon Washington.
Alessandra Florinda Soto, honors.
Natasha Marie Trotter, honors.
Natalie Elizabeth Rose Hart, honors.
Rebecca Lynn Ray.
Tori Barbie Evans, honors.
Lisa Nicole Ward, honors.
Destiny Danielle Newbold, honors.
Alexandria Denise Davis, honors.
Mackenzie Lilly.
Alicia Ann Redden, honors.
Demela Linne, honors.
Harlinda Marie Kurtz.
Lauren Nicole Van Horn, honors.
Mara Elizabeth Hunziker.
Matthew Russell Long.
Logan Michelle Honeycutt.
Lenoma Christine McNair, honors.
Ashley Nicole Iglesia.
Tiffany Diane Barnett, honors.
Taylor Ann Tado.
Emily Lynn Ayala.
Kayla Ann Tyler.
Lily Rebecca Friedel.
Peyton Danielle Gattis.
Madeline Elizabeth Rice.
Madison Lee Armour.
Brene McKinsey Tidwell.
Jenna Lee Autumn Emerson.
Mackenzie Lorene Barry.
Rainey Chrisman Glades.
Emmanuel Udeshikan.
Joni Rochelle Welch, honors.
Whitley Ann Wolf.
Edward John Wild.
Josie Lynn Alexander.
Patricia Lingala, honors.
Emma Rianne Garrett.
Terry Thompson.
JC Nicole Westbrook, honors.
Manu Pillai, honors.
Brittany Ann Waters.
Henry Duarte.
Katie Diane Wingo. Hannah Ray Peters.
Please help me acknowledge the master's degree candidates from the Gregg Wadley College of Health and Science Professions.
Students, it is time for the conferring of degrees. Will all baccalaureate and master degree candidates please rise? President Turner, pending the results of a final degree audit, I certify that the candidates standing before you have completed all requirements for the baccalaureate and master's degrees respectively, and I recommend that the degree to which they are individually entitled be conferred.
Thank you, Provost Landry. Consistent with the statutes of the state of Oklahoma, the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education, and the Board of Regents of the Regional University System of Oklahoma, and by the authority vested in me by the state of Oklahoma, it is my pleasure to confer upon each of you the baccalaureate or master's degree as printed in the program with all of the rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities such a degree carries among scholars. Graduates, there is a tradition in higher education that signifies the passage from being a student and candidate for graduation to becoming a graduate. At this time, please move your tassels from the right side to the left side. Please be seated.
Graduates, as you know, Northeastern State University has a long history of service to Oklahoma. Our alumni have accomplished great things in their professional and personal lives. Today, you're joining this distinguished group, and we are your partner as you begin this chapter in your life. Here to share with you the importance of alumni remaining connected with NSU is the Director of Alumni Services, Daniel Johnson.
So just mere moments ago, President Turner conferred upon you your baccalaureate or your master's degree. And if you were paying attention, and I'm sure you were, you heard that he said that with your degree came certain rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities. And in the brief time that I have with you, I want to expand on these rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities. Because of your efforts and your tenacity over the last number of years, you have earned the right to call yourself a Northeastern State University graduate. And today you join our family of over 65,000 living alumni who make up what we refer to as the Green and White Network. And the Alumni Association exists to keep you and the rest of the Green and White Network connected with NSU and with each other. I want to take a quick moment because I'm sure there's some folks in the audience who make up that Green and White Network. So if you are a graduate of Northeastern, would you please stand and be recognized? Let us welcome you back to NSU. Thank you. Rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities. You and your fellow graduates have earned the rank of a Bachelor of Science or a Master's of Science. And in doing that, you've done something that roughly only 1/3 of the U.S. population has done. But because of that, more doors will now be open to you, and you'll be presented with greater opportunities. There are, of course, no givens in life, but because of your rank, you are undoubtedly positioned for greater success throughout life. You can imagine the privileges that come with your degree, but I want to specifically focus on the privilege of staying connected to NSU through the NSU Alumni Association. Alumni Association members are entitled to a host of perks and benefits, including things like exclusive invitations or Imprints, the official alumni magazine. And through our Green and White Perks program, you can save money on everything from shopping to entertainment, travel, and more. You will, of course, receive more information about this soon, but I hope that you will take advantage of the privilege of staying connected with NSU by becoming an Alumni Association member. Rights, ranks, privileges, and the most important one, responsibilities. As a Northeastern State graduate, you now share in the responsibility to add value to the NSU degree. Add value in the NSU degree. I've got 4 ways that you can do this. First, become excellent at what you do. Second, be worth more than you cost. Third, do what you say you're going to do. And last, outwork everyone. If you do these 4 things, graduates, I promise that you will be adding value to the NSU degree. Those who have been a part of your journey to get here today are undoubtedly proud of you. You gathered here, now it's time to go far and fulfill the promise of your college degree. Your degree from Northeastern State University with all its rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities. Congratulations, and I will see you soon.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. As we come to the close of our ceremony, please listen carefully to these directions to facilitate a safe and smooth exit from this arena. In just a moment, we will ask you to stand for the NSU alma mater. Freeman de Graffenried will sing the alma mater first in Cherokee, recognizing NSU's historical significance as the Cherokee National Female Seminary. Then we ask all audience members to join Megan Jacobs in singing the English lyrics. All vocalists will be accompanied by the NSU Brass Quintet. Following the alma mater, Please remain standing at your seat during the recessional. After the platform party, faculty and graduates have recessed and left the arena floor, the audience will be dismissed to meet graduates outside. Now, please stand for the alma mater.
Knowledge and